So the difference between work and play. And I think that's sometimes the challenge in esport athletes is oftentimes it may have started off as play, where this thing was really, really fun and I enjoyed it. But at a certain point, if you really want to get good, if you really want to become pro, if you really want to be a champion, if you really want to be an elite level esport athlete, that thing that you used to love now becomes a job, because you have to dedicate yourself to really put in the time, really look at it differently, really grow in that aspect of loving either winning, loving the challenge, loving competition, so that love of the game changes from just pure enjoyment to something deeper inside of you, something connected to your values. And I think for some players, that's a really big jump, or especially those players that started playing League or their game because it was an escape. Oh, they're really good at it. They would just go in and play this game for fun. But then at a certain point, they may have gotten so good, now it becomes an opportunity for them to make a living off of this game. And then how do you make that transition, or how do you make that jump? I think it's really difficult for players. I'd even roll the dice and say most players to make that leap of this game was something for fun that I enjoyed to now it's a full-time job, or it's no longer as enjoyable because I'm thinking about it more and I'm seeing it at a deeper level and I'm doing it all the time. It's no longer an escape, it's no longer for fun, but now it's really something more intense. For some athletes, making that leap and that reframe in their mind is more challenging. I think that's fair. Sometimes it's hard to make that leap. But at the same time, if you want to reach the elite level, that leap must be made somehow. So you're able to persist when you don't want to play, you're able to practice, you don't burn yourself out. What I'm really thinking it comes down to is, instead of having the game as something fun, because if I think about fun is attached to an emotion, and emotions don't last very long. For example, fun and enjoyment is a nanosecond, a millisecond that you experience it. But the reason why you can experience it for longer is because we ruminate on that feeling and we think about how fun this thing is and how much time we're enjoying this thing and how great it is, and we just go around that feeling. And because we're going around that feeling, the feeling lasts longer. Same thing happens with bad things or negative things. That bad or negative feeling really only lasts this long and then it goes away. But it's that rumination of how terrible it is, how stupid I looked, what this is going to mean for my future, and how dumb I am, or how this thing is the worst thing in the world, and I'm going to go round and round and round. That feeling lasts longer. Instead of attaching things to like fun, happiness, if you really want to persist in something, what you're going to need to attach it to is something deeper, of value, a commitment. Those deeper internal things inside of you. I think those things will last longer because, one, they're internal. Two, it's a value that's inside of you that you're trying to live your life to. So if you attach it to that compass, it's always going to be around and you're always going to do those things because it's all connected inside. I mean, we can get into external and internal motivation, but at the same time, I'm really thinking if you want to do something for a really long time, that you attach it something deeper, a core value, a set of morals, something. So you can always follow that no matter what. If it's a pro player and you started off as fun, but now it's not fun anymore, what else can we attach it to? Can we attach it to commitment? Can we attach it to team, family? I don't want to do this, but for my team, my family, that's bigger than me, so I'm going to do this. I made a commitment, and when I make a commitment, I always follow through. I want to be the best at something, and I know if I want to be the best, then I have to do these types of things. Once we're able to make it deeper, it's going to last a little bit longer.